Yes. When you wake up and you feel like you need a little up, when you're down and out and you need to get a little higher. If you feel like you need a blessing and you feel a little high today, welcome to the church of Cali High. Cali High. Cali High. Yow!
Welcome to Cali High, episode 48, The Fourth Eye Tribe. This week we check in with the Adoni and Prolific, aka Rahsaan, Adoni, Ison, and Reginald Smith of the Fourth Eye Tribe, on the release of their dynamic new album, Don't Try This at Home. We discuss how it is not your typical hip-hop album, starting from the changes and continuing with the album's layering of sound, as well as the self-analytical themes of the tunes. Towards the end of the interview, we also have the first Cali High Yard performance of No Doubt from the album, and we feature a great video of Mntns, also from Don't Try This at Home. Stay tuned. Just because we always like to give ourselves a round of applause, you know what I mean?
Shit. I fucking give myself a round of applause right now.
Okay. So, Cali High is blessed to be here with two of the most amazing and prolific people that I know. We have Rahsaan, Adoni, Ison, and Reginald Smith, a.k.a. the Adoni and Prolific from the Fourth Eye Prolific Tribe. Did I get that right?
Close. Fourth Eye Tribe.
Fourth Eye Tribe. Well, it's very prolific, too.
That's love.
How are you guys?
I'm good, man.
I'm doing good.
Cannot complain.
Excellent.
Paul Rudd is the sexiest man of all time. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Rudd was named sexiest man of 2021.
And did I come in second or something?
Yo, if he got first,
You're my vote.
You're my vote.
You're my vote,
I
man.
feel that
Okay.
American dream right there.
So, you guys, what was our episode? Were you on episode 32 or 3?
I was on episode 32 or 33. We were in the
somewhere
30s,
like that. So
early
you guys
30s.
can go check out our earlier interview with the Adoni. And today we have the Prolific. So, Prolific, you want to tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm originally from Louisiana, same as Rahsaan.
Mm-hmm.
I come from a smaller town. It's called Opelousas. It's like an hour away from Baton Rouge, which is the capital, like further south. Really, really small town. So getting out of that area definitely took a lot of outside the box thinking and a lot of support from my folks.
That's cool. That is very cool.
Yeah, that's where I come from.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome to L.A.
Thank you, sir.
All righty.
LA.
And, Addy,
Yeah.
why don't you tell our listeners, in case they didn't tune into 32 or 33, a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Rahsaan Adoni Ison. I am 22 years old. I'm from not so small town, but it's pretty small. It's New Orleans, Louisiana, the birthplace of jazz, and I am a young business owner. I got cool friends, and I live in Los Angeles now. That's as simple as I could put it.
What more could you want?
You know?
The cool friends part is the best part.
You know?
Yeah, I do. And so, can you guys talk about making Don't Try This at Home? That's your new album,
Yes.
right? And I can't tell you how many times I tell my own son, don't try this at home.
Yeah. Yo, it's...
Yeah.
It's...
I like the title. How about themes, concept? Is there one?
Yeah, there's a concept and a theme, but I would like to double back on the Don't Try This at Home. RJ, do you want to talk about, like, how that title became a thing?
Yeah, no, so I came out here in 2019, originally from Louisiana. I graduated school and was kind of looking for that next step. So in coming out here with him, we weren't really set up, half of what we're set up now, having a house that, we can go to every night and like knowing exactly like, where our security was.
Yeah.
So this project, the title, the concept of it kind of came out of that insecurity of not knowing like is this gonna work out for me? But having to step out on faith, to step out on like, the belief of, what we talked about and everything that we wanted to do. So don't try this at home. It's like we heard that watching America's Funniest Home Videos and stuff like that. Like it's a callback to like the thing that everybody knows, like everybody's slightly scared to do.
Yeah.
But you're gonna do it anyway,
Out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's cool. So, how about the writing process for this collab?
Ooh, I would say the writing process, the reason why, in my eyes, the reason why it took this many, I want to say, what, 2.5 years to create the project is because, well, we're relatively young, so life hasn't hit us yet,
Yeah.
And I think this album was really made for the 20-somethings, late 19s, where they're like, what am I supposed to do? I'm in this weird space where I'm still a kid, I'm still an adult. I gotta figure out what's the difference between real and what's fake. It took us 2.5 years, basically because we're still relatively young. We didn't necessarily know what life had to offer so far because we were just, trying things outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
So as we got older, the album got closer to being done, the more we learned, the more we were able to add. And I feel like that's what we really wanted to do coming from this album, was not necessarily people to dance, but to really, really listen to what's going on in terms of life. Everybody's going through it. Everybody's depressed. Everybody has some type of vice, and you have to learn how to work through those things in order to be an adult. So that's what the writing process really came to, where we just kind of lived life, and then after we lived life, we'd be like, oh, I learned this, I learned that, let's throw it in a song.
What about the recording process? Which song? I mean, so for 2.5 years, one of them was the first one, and one of them was the last one.
I want to say the official first song was Addict. Addict is like hands down one of my favorite songs. We recorded it at the Art Institute of California when that was a school. So we recorded it there. That was our first official song. When I heard it, it just gave me something really, really southern, really backyard vibe, something that's like just ground and dirty in the mud, like on some frack shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I really wanted us to kind of have that be our opener. Originally that was going to be our opener, and that's about it, man. We was throwing straight bars on that motherfucker, bro.
I looked at the titles of the song, and Addict, and then it's followed by Still Kicking. I mean, somebody could get the wrong idea, but I don't even think those songs are really, a binge maybe. I hear a binge mentioned in the Addict song, you know what I mean? You guys were creating, and then I don't think you're talking about yourselves.
So Addict, short breakdown of that is really that kind of that thirst or that hunger, that unsatisfactory feeling, that you kind of get in pursuing something as intangible as
Success.
Artistic goals and success, stuff like that. We were trying to figure out what success meant for us personally. Because we grew up, looking at the Lil Waynes and the Kanyes, and all these people are great influences, but there's so much to that success that goes behind the doors that, good or bad, we didn't know about, you know what I'm saying, until we grew up and got out here, got in the scene ourselves, and understood what sacrifices are things people kind of ask you for navigating through the industry. So it's to say, I still want this shit, but maybe not the same thing that, you know what I'm saying, we grew up wanting,
And also it's like wanting something so badly to the point where you look straight up like an addict, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain kids, all right, so the PS5 came out. I know kids are tweaking over the PS5 so they can get it. They're like, Mom, Dad, Christmas, birthday, So that's how we think of it. Grammy, I want a song with Kanye, I need it. I'm stressing. So that,
hold on a second. This has got to be the
helicopters.
The guy with the emu, right? He's flying in to give us a better deal on insurance.
So Attic is just all in all just about chasing that high of success. You know? So
Yeah.
that's what that is.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think they were about drugs, and I was right. Okay. So, sonically speaking, I noticed a rich layer of purposefully placed sound, and I thought this is a kind of psychedelic album. You know?
Yes.
And if I, you know, you think of the psychedelic albums like Magical Mystery Tour. You know, there were several. Sgt. Pepper's. There was a Traffic album called Mr. Fantasy.
Ooh, yeah.
And the Stones did 2000 or Her Majesty's Satanic Tour or something like that. Anyway, but that's what it reminded me of, like a hip hop version of that. I know that's a little too simplistic, but can you guys? Am I right or wrong or what?
I love that. I mean, I don't think it's simplistic. All those things and the music that we were listening to, probably up until that point, were more emotionally depth, or there was more emotional depth in the music that we were like listening to at the time, just getting through the life that we were getting through. Yeah. And the progressions that kind of made its way on the album were like, you know, really trap inspired. You know, you got your heavy 808s, and those progressions find themselves like throughout the project. But for the most part, we knew the backdrop for the substance of it was going to be pulled from more emotional music, more intentional music, stuff like that. So you kind of have an experience with a lot of energy but a lot of thought at the same time, which is kind of where I think we get the psychedelic nature of it from, because you're going through a lot subconsciously and listening through it. So.
And being one with self. I want to say ego death and being one with self is like two big factors in this album. Yeah. Like learning who you really are.
Yeah, well,
that's fair.
That's what would hit.
Seems like an exploration of self.
Yeah,
you know? And that leads me to this question. I'm going to ask it out of order, but it seems like you reveal yourselves in this project, showing more self-analysis and sensitivity than the average hip-hop album has room for. And so, what do you attribute this to? You kind of just touched on it a little bit.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm getting tired of hearing the same shit over and over again. Yeah. Like, it's cool. We have party music, but what like we get to a point where it's like, okay, we need motivation music, we need sleepy time music, we need thinking music, we need homework music. There's all types of music that like really needs to go on, and I feel like a lot of rappers get stuck in the stipulation that the beat needs to be hard and that you need to say ass every single song. Like, nah, bro. Talk about some shit. Talk about some shit. Because seriously, that's what gives it replay value. I know for me, all of the songs that I like really, really, really dived into when I was a kid, I came back to. You know?
Something it touched your soul.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so, how would you recommend our listeners listen to your album?
I think it's a commute album. I think it's the album you play in the morning when you like you said, like motivation music. Like, you know, you're not trying to get up, but you know you got to. So it's kind of like that. I mean, the album opens with Deku, and to me, that's the quintessential, like, there's a lot in my way that might
some industrial might in that song.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a lot in my way or about my day at the beginning of my day that I don't know, or maybe I'm expecting something that might be a challenge for me. But the whole point of that record is like, forget all that. Like, we're gonna push past it. We're gonna do our best. We could be the underdog in the situation, but you know, there's a lot of power in that. So
number one rule through life is perseverance. Gotta go through it.
What does Deku mean?
Oh, Deku is the main character of a really popular anime that came out a couple years ago.
I knew it must have been something. Yeah. I'm culturally ignorant on this one.
Some of the titles, they're thematic. They don't directly reference maybe what we're saying in the song, but they, you know, theme-wise represent what we're talking about. So Deku is a character who's really weak at the beginning of the show. He doesn't start off with any sort of power abilities.
But until he leaves his home and gets into all of these types of fights dealing with the real world, he becomes the strongest ever.
The unlikely
He
hero.
cries. He cries all the way through it. He is in tears probably half of the show.
I hate that.
Yeah.
though.
He
I
doesn't
hate
quit, but there's a lot of power in that vulnerability, right? Where like, especially because of where we come from, like crying is like it's the form of weakness a lot of times where we come from, and
Yeah.
I bet like so many men especially can relate to that.
Well,
But that there's
my son always gets me. He hits me up when I'm crying in a movie. I just can't. Anyway,
It's okay to cry, guys.
yeah,
It's okay to
show
cry,
some
like,
sensitivity here.
do that shit.
It's therapeutic too.
Yeah.
So on the new album, Don't Try This at Home, you have a song called "Living Like Larry." Who is Larry?
That's another cartoon reference for our SpongeBob fans out there.
Living
That's,
like Larry.
Larry the Lobster.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
it, that song.
Yeah.
Larry the
Okay.
Lobster's a stunt double. He just
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
don't try this at home. He represents
Also, he's like one of those guys. So Larry the Lobster in the SpongeBob show, he's one of the strongest lobsters out there. He's a lifeguard. He is a daredevil, like RJ was saying. He does all of these stunts, and there's one specific episode where he's like, SpongeBob, you are always inside. You so scary. You need to start. Then he like ran, jumped in the air, freeze frame, living like Larry. And I was like, damn. Hell yeah. So yeah, we trying to live like Larry. Live like every day is your last, you know what I'm saying?
Better than Mr. Crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody say I'm Mr. Krabs though.
We trying not to be Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We-
We
I get-
subconsciously fight off the Mr. Krabs.
I get
energy
Mr.
every day.
Krabs and Squidward all the time. That's
Squidward, yeah. Well,
oh man. Yeah.
no comment.
You see it? All right. Well, then great.
So, okay. In Friends, and I got to say that I think it's my favorite song on the album, and it's the last song on the album off
Yeah.
of Don't Try This at Home.
Hell yeah.
You have a line, boredom without of style. Can you guys explain on where that idea leads?
Yeah, there's so many options and distractions and vices and different things for us to get, just distracted by
Sidetracked.
throughout
Yeah.
our mission and our goal that like,
Okay, hold on a second.
yeah.
Kyle, you want to man the pom-pom guns on the roof? I was saying in Friends, which I think is my favorite song on the album, and it's the last one off of Don't Try This at Home. You have a line, boredom went out of style. So I was just wondering where that idea leads.
Yeah, so there's so many like vices and ways to entertain yourselves these days that it's easy to get distracted. There's a lot of things that get us sidetracked from our main mission and goal. So it's boredom and out of style. There's plenty of ways to chase the wind. There's
The kids would too, so
yeah. So it kind of pulls our focus away from the other things that would
Bog
cause
you
us to
down.
look
Yeah.
deeper
Yeah.
in ourselves or deeper at society. Like it's got Netflix, PS5, freaking.
It's just a ton of
There's
stimuli.
anything on your phone, pretty much like can be a help or a hindrance at this point. So
Also, in Friends for the hook, I actually did the Frankie Beverly and Maze. They have this one song called "We Are One," and it's "We Are One." Da-na-da-na-da-na-da, we are one, and that's where I got the interpolation from for the hook. The "We are one when you're feeling high, when you're feeling low, we are strong."
A little bit of trivia there, folks.
Yeah.
We're going to ask you this on the Cali High questionnaire at the end of the season.
Oh yeah,
We're coming up to the end of season 4 here.
hell yeah! Congratulations,
Thank you, bro.
Definitely,
4
congrats,
seasons
man.
in.
I'm glad you've been a part of it.
Hell yeah!
Okay, so the songs have a lot of vocals and background vocals and layered choral, and then there's parts that are, I got to say the typical trap track will have basically one beat all through it, and you guys go through and it morphs into different little sections, you know, which is kind of the psychedelic aspect of things, but it's also a very groovy thing, not to have a repetitive beat. So, you know, I was just kind of wondering, you know, what the idea, well, who's singing background? Everybody, right?
Everybody.
Yeah, anybody we can.
Everybody.
And this guy too?
Inspired, Kyle, shout out K Wicks.
Shout out to K Wicks.
He did background vocals
Kyle
for
Wickworth.
Group Economics.
Mind Your Business. Oh, yeah.
Group Economics. That was a joint. We were in Big Bear when we did that one. But
Economics?
Yeah, Group Economics.
Group Economics.
There's a couple of songs throughout the track list, though, that we went back to a lot of times. So we would cut maybe initially in the studio and, you know, want to breathe life into the production.
Yeah.
Or want to just add,
I think,
whatever we felt necessary.
Friends was the most, we had the most people all in one doing that. It was, we had me, RJ, Rated R, this artist named Pell. We have another artist named Nick Bison.
Oh, Prolific is also called RJ.
RJ,
by the way.
yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
And it was about 6 of us. We just all gathered around the mic.
Well, it's amazing.
I held out my phone and we were just like, we are one. We were all faded. We were so faded. that was Blackwood night. We spent a lot of time at Blackwood Studios. Shout out Blackwood Studios for letting us get like a good 60% of that album like knocked out.
Where is Blackwood?
North Hollywood.
Okay.
Yeah. Stepping Stone. I love me some North Hollywood.
All right. Shout out to Blackwood.
And shout out to North Hollywood.
Yeah. Well, I grew up there.
Some might say Universal.
I went to St. Charles there. So, are there mutual influences that you look to for inspiration on this project?
For this one specifically, it was Outkast. I think we are really good at picking up where each other leaves off in terms of progress in the song, or if it's somebody needs help writing something, somebody needs help producing, somebody needs help finishing something. We are really good at picking up where somebody left off.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's Outkast, Wu-Tang,
Donda too. We wanted it to have this kind of like you know that there's multiple pieces, you know, to this album that you know you might not hear on first listen, and that's kind of the idea too. Is like,
oh yeah, I listened to it about 4 times.
Yeah,
yesterday. I'm like,
you'll hear different voices. His mom is on.
Wild.
It changes.
Yeah, my mom's on it. It changes at the end.
So it's a lot about using, you know, whatever personnel or human resources we have to throughout the project. Which is, you know, Kanye's bag for years was taking the people he had around him and, like, you know, making really, really strong pieces of music with it.
Yeah. Well, it's a great collaboration. So, are we going to do gigs together for this project?
Yes. That's
cool.
It's time.
It is time.
It's time.
Yeah, of 2.5 years, I think it deserves at least one tour.
Facts.
Yeah.
I definitely want to try to get out, like, just get more into the city. I want to say it should just be taking money, and we not rap superstars yet.
Yeah, I know.
So,
well, soon. Right?
Soon, as soon as.
I mean, the idea though that you know, just connecting with people through whatever medium we can, like we're gonna just continue to do that. So, like we had his tiny desk a couple months back, which was, you know, like it was jumping through hoops for the whole team. Like Kyle definitely put a lot of weight. He definitely did. I did. Everybody a part of that
desk. Are we talking NPR?
Not NPR. Our own
Not a
version.
real NPR.
Specified. We did our own.
Oh, I missed that.
little thing, but you know, stuff like that. We'll look forward to doing again.
That's cool.
We make moves to move mountains. All the times I failed, I can't count it. Yeah, above all, finding my balance. We don't make moves to make announcements. We make moves to move mountains. All the times I failed, I can't count a jab. But I'm finding my balance. Working under stars until I see the sun. Going hella hard is how I had my fun. 5 years plus spending on my funds. If I can't touch down, it's a punt. I remember niggas doubted the hunch, still debate if it's dumb. I can feel it in my gut, so I crunch. Doubled it, I'm doing all of my stunts. Fuck this shit, I'm going in for a month. I'm not coming out till it's done. One job to job with my dignity. Rob me of all of this time with no gun that offended me. Bet on your heart, you gon' know if it's meant to be. I took some losses that really define me. That's why I'm patient, I already signed me. Run through your label and take all the findings. We don't make moves to make announcements. We make moves to move mountains. All the times I failed, I can't count a jab. But I'm finding my balance. We don't make moves to make announcements. We make moves to move mountains. All the times I failed, I can't count a jab. But I'm finding my balance. Can't be flex. Flexing on the crew. Might be next. What you tryna do? And if you're down, we'll find a way. Like Quavo said, never let another nigga ride your wave.
Peace from my mind, that's all I ask. Body feeling weak, break away glass. Turn my life around with the quickness. Yeah, sharks gotta swim. Niggas learning checkers while I'm playing chess. Don't know what's going on, it's all a mess. Yeah, I don't fuck around with the little stress. Yeah, we gon' get it in.
I'm a lost cause, ain't a fan of authority. Billboard ain't the only priority. Top dog, ain't nobody reported me. Outlaw, ain't nobody extorted me. Black friends, black trends, black skin, black wins. One person, blue turn white collar. Only worried about my chakra, only worried about these comments.
We don't make moves to make announcements. We make moves to move mountains. All the times I failed, I can't count a jab. Of all finding my balance. We don't make moves to make announcements. We make moves to move mountains. All the times I failed, I can't count a jab. Of all finding my balance. Yeah. I'm going all in. I'm going all in. Don't jump in front of me, sit on the fence. Don't take what they get. Humpty Dumpty, fuck what they did. I think I'm the hero that came with a mission to cleanse. Sing on my mom got a Benz, but pops had a slave just to make sure that one of us win. That's why I'm at it again, be at it again. I could go home to still work on my pen. Colorful rappers just sending for skins. I got a whole nother lens. I don't care about clothes, cars, hoes. I'ma do what I'm supposed to. Niggas mad cause they was looking back and they ain't doing mama fucking told them.
Took my first tab and I lost my mind. And ever since my ego, that humility's fine. If it's not what you asked for, what did you find? So much more. We could do so much more. Oh, we could do so much more.
We're back with the Adoni and Prolific from the Fourth Eye Tribe. Guys, where can our listeners find you guys?
Everywhere. Spotify, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, all of that hot shit.
Yeah.
FOURTEYETRIBE. Fourth Eye Tribe.
And on iTunes.
On iTunes too, yeah, all of that. Apple Music, all of that.
Are we going to do a video for this album?
We already have a video out right now. It's called Mntns.
Oh wow, that's one of my favorite tracks. Also,
yeah, we went in. I love Mntns. I remember the only reason I don't know, it was by fate when we did the music video. I want to say we were initially going out to Big Bear just for fun, and then it turned into a writing camp, and then it turned into like this 3-day intensive boot camp where we just did as much shit as possible. And since we were in the mountains, I was like, let's just do a song for Mntns. So
yeah, it's beautiful.
We got a hefty amount of the tribe out there. I want to say a good 80% of everybody. It was about 12, 15 motherfuckers in one big ass house, and we just knocked it out, you know?
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah.
So,
Extended family vibes.
that is excellent. Get a bunch of people together to do creative things. Is there anything I didn't ask or talk about that you'd like to mention?
I mean, honorable mention wise, there was a lot of people who worked on this album who definitely deserve shine. We mentioned K Wicks, Rated R. Shout out to him, Nick Felix, Sam Valentine, our homie Dante.
Lauren,
shout out Jay Million.
Shout out Lauren.
Randy.
She did the artwork, which is beautiful, by the way.
I
Shout
love the
out
artwork.
40. Shout out Mr. Chad Roby. He came through and helped us with our sequence and was there kind of to be somewhat of like a professional backbone for us when we were doing like the
Just needed to know the ins and outs of who's who. Helped get us in contact with our PR.
That's cool.
Yeah, shout out Bonita, Miss Amanda.
Yeah, shout out Miss Amanda. Also, Up Rocks. Shout out Up Rocks. Up Rocks was the very first publication to officially talk
Cover
about
us.
Fourth Eye. Yeah, cover us. That was our biggest.
Really?
Yeah.
In print?
On their
Online?
blog. Yeah,
Online print.
blog.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's
So
cool.
that was pretty cool to see.
Alrighty. Well, it's been great having you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to get you in here as soon as I could because this album was great. And I recommend it to all our listeners. Don't try this at home. Fourth Eye Tribe. It is the Fourth Eye Tribe, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
A whole bunch of photos.
Yeah. We got Rahsaan, Adoni, Ison, and we have Reginald Smith here. Thanks, guys. It's been
Thank you,
great.
sir.
All right. Cali High out.
Yo, this is the Fourth Eye Tribe. You're listening to No Doubt.
Pull up to the scene, no doubt. Might have took a little longer, never seen this route. How these niggas pull a crowd, no cloud. Whole city came out just to bounce with some. Hey, ain't vouch for a damn thing. That's why they don't know my whereabouts. I know how to count. Hope we find an understanding. Cause I'm a triple check to fill them out. I'm over 9,000, take a scouter. Your last show's done. Shower. Drip off white, no powder. Fuck this bullshit, they better pay us by the hour. I hit my baby Central Standard. She said it's getting cold in Louisiana. I did enough damage. Hey, so I'ma just call when I'm landing. Pull up to the scene, no doubt. Might have took a little longer, never seen this route. Yeah.
How these niggas pull a crowd, no clout.
Whole city came out just to bounce with some young niggas. Hoes on their mouth, can't vouch for a damn thing. That's why they don't know my whereabouts. I know how to count, hope we found an understanding. Cause I'm a triple check that.
Yeah, look, I'm living the dream, check my demeanor. Head to my feet, I gotta stay meaner. You on it with me, you ain't in the bleachers since I run the team. You gotta beat me, why your boyfriend really wanna try that? Hey, I'll take over while y'all on a brick. Damn, baby, why we gotta go to cheesecake? For fuck's sake, he's an asshole, cheapskate. Let me tell you a little something about this hot life. You got a body that could get the line and highlight. You could rule the world if you play the cards right. You could get a full cover if you walk right. Stick with me and I can level you love. Take you to marinas and I let them measure you up. I get the baddest, I'm a rapper, gotta play my part. If you wanna do the same shit, I'ma start.
Pull up to the scene, no doubt. Might have took a little longer, never seen this route. How these niggas pull a crowd, no clout. Whole city came out just to bounce with some. Yeah. Hoes when they mouth can't vouch for a damn thing. That's why they don't know my whereabouts. I know how to count, hope they found an understanding. Cause we gon' trip the check and pull them out. Pull up to the scene, no doubt. Might have took a little longer.
Never seen this route.
How these niggas pull a crowd, no clout. City came out just to bounce with some young niggas. Hoes when they mouth can't vouch for a damn thing. That's why they don't know my whereabouts. I know how to count, hope we find an understanding. Cause you know Kyle gon' check that full amount. The whole bag.
Check that shit.
Kyle's not letting it slide. Sitting around the fire, me and my friends and all their friends. No one is in denial. was questioning if the world will end. Boredom went out of style. There's plenty of ways to chase the wind. The kids are too docile. We wait for the world to break up. I don't think trust is much harder to find. Trust when I tell you, just don't waste your time. You stay strong. When you're feeling high, when you're feeling low, we are one. We get fed up, just keep your head up. We stay strong. When you're feeling high, when you're feeling low, we are one. So we get fed up, just keep your head up.
Now here we go. When shit start to fall like some dominoes, I hit the ground, I'm running though. Yeah. No, I got love for my brothers, love for my sisters who cut up. And if you got envy, then shut up. Bad luck always probable, still ready for any obstacle. Yeah, I got a scheme by any means. We gonna do the impossible, and I like to dream about bigger things. I wanna feel the unstoppable.
See, I wanna feel, can you stop? We only roll cream of the crop. The rotation of hydro I'm dragging. 21 years in the static, watching the world and tragically. If I talk, they be after me. That's why I got friends. Been told them to chill if it's time to turn up again.
Yeah. And I really had some fake friends, lost ones with no common sense. I rep the tribe with the prominence. They stick around till the trouble ends. Kick me when I'm down, I'll get up again.
Smoking ounce and I'll be up again. The high seems to last longer with a friend. Damn, the feeling really came and went. Can't keep it, know that it's ready. I need a better incentive.
A perfect line could be split. I lean on my brother for confidence. Fuck all you traders who came and went. Same thing to the government. Can't control, I'm gone.